Hi there. In this video, I'd like to share with you the most important vocabulary for the IELTS test that will help you improve your score fast. I think it has gotten to be really useful because those are all the words that very often come up in the test, and if you know them, it will definitely boost your score. Of course, before we start, I'd love to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Okay, let's get started. In your IELTS test, there are two parts of the speaking and one of the writing. So I'll split these words into two lists. Let's start with part 1. It's quite easy to understand. There are just simple questions about familiar topics, and it usually lasts from 4 to 5 minutes. That means you need to use quite simple vocabulary, but at the same time, there are some words that come up quite often. They are related to feelings and emotions. For example, describe yourself. Are you a happy person? Do you enjoy your life? Do you think you're a kind person? All these questions require you to talk about how you feel, how you think. So these are some typical words. 1. To be angry. 2. To be confident. 3. To be creative. 4. To be curious. 5. To be determined. 6. To be disciplined. 7. To be enthusiastic. 8. To be honest. 9. To be independent. 1.0 to be intelligent. 11. To be organized. 12. To be optimistic. 13. To be patient. 14. To be reliable. 15. To be romantic. Next, the most common topic is work or studies. Some words that can be really useful here are 1. A deadline. 2. A project. 3. An assignment. 4. A lecture. 5. A qualification. 6. Experience. 7. 8. A supervisor. 9. To apply. 10. To graduate. 11. To specialize. 12. To study. 13. To research. 14. To interview. 15. A recommendation. And finally, let me give you a list of words that describe something about you. For example, are you a full-time student? Do you work full-time or part-time? Do you have a lot of siblings? Here are some words for you. 1. A child. 2. A sibling. 3. A friend. 4. A neighbor. 5. A colleague. 6. A relative. 7. A personality. 8. Appearance. 9. A lifestyle. 10. A hobby. 11. A sense of humor. 12. An attitude. 13. A skill. 14. A talent. 15. A character. Now let's talk about part 2 of the speaking test. You have to talk about a particular topic for 2 minutes. This part lasts longer, and the questions are more complicated than in part 1, and so the vocabulary you should use is more academic. Let me give you a list of the most common topics and some important words for each topic. No. 1. The environment. This is a very common topic. You may be asked what you think about global warming or climate change. Important words. 1. Global warming. 2. Climate change. 3. Pollution. 4. An ecosystem. 5. Environmentally friendly. 6. To conserve. 7. To protect. 8. A species. 9. An alternative. 1.0 To encourage. 11. To reduce. 12. To replace. 13. To recycle. 14. To pollute. 15. A disadvantage. The next topic is education. You might be asked about your favorite subject at school, or whether you think students should wear uniforms. Some words. 1. Early childhood education. 2. Primary school. 3. Secondary school. 4. Higher education. 5. A teacher. 6. A pupil. 7. A classmate. 8. A grade. Novi. A diploma. 10. To graduate. 11. 13. A campus. 14. Extracurricular activities. 15. Academic. The third topic is health. This is another popular topic. You may be asked about healthy food or if you agree that medical treatment should be free. Some words. 1. Healthy. 2. Unhealthy. 3. A lifestyle. 4. A habit. 5. An advantage. 6. A disadvantage. 7. A symptom. 8. A cure. 9. Medical. 10. A hospital. 11. A prescription. 12. An appointment. 13. Fitness. 14. A first aid kit. 15. To examine. And the last topic is technology. You may be asked about social media or if you think it is important to learn how to code. Some words. 1. Technology. 2. A computer. 3. A smartphone. 4. A gadget. 5. To connect. 6. A network. 7. To download. 8. Online. 9. A program. 10. A software. 11. 12. Artificial intelligence. 13. Virtual reality. 14. To operate. 15. A user. Okay, now let's talk about writing. The most common type of tasks are data representation. You are given some data and you have to describe it. That's why it's really important to know some keywords. One of them is a keyword. A keyword is the main idea of the whole essay. It's one sentence that summarizes the main idea. For example, you can say, Overall, the chart shows that the number of international students studying at universities in the UK has increased dramatically over the past 3 decades. Another important phrase is, however, despite the general trend, there are some fluctuations. It means that even though there is a general trend, there are some changes during the period shown. And another one is, these changes can be attributed to a number of factors. It is a formal way to say that you can explain the reasons for the changes you've described in your essay. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.